Straight ahead in your fast track to the top of the hour, details emerging on a deadly shooting that happened in Elbow Lake, Minnesota.
Newly filed court documents are shedding some light on what led up to the shooting over the weekend. Connor Gritdahl was arrested for the shooting of his brother on Sunday night.
He's now facing second-degree murder in connection to that shooting. His brother's name is Steven. Court documents say Connor called the sheriff's office Sunday night to report that his brother was drinking, which was in violation of his probation. Deputies say they arrived at the home, spoke with both men, and then left.
2 hours later, though, Connor called the sheriff's office again, this time to say he shot his brother in the chest after he allegedly came at him aggressively. Steven was dead by the time deputies arrived back at the home. Investigators did note the shot was fired at a distance and that there was no evidence of a struggle.
Connor now faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted. A Moorhead man now facing felony drug charges after police say they found more than 2 pounds of cocaine, nearly 4 pounds of marijuana, and a shotgun, along with ammunition. It was during a search on Tuesday. Police say the drugs have a street value of about $40,000.
29-year-old Taha Abdullah was booked in the Clay County Jail. He's facing a felony aggravated first-degree controlled substance with a firearm charge relating to the cocaine. In other news, vaping amongst teens is on the rise nationally, and it's the same story here in North Dakota and Minnesota. School districts are often on the front lines battling this health crisis.
Our own Valley News team's Zachary Wyan speaking with an SRO in West Fargo about what he's seeing on school grounds and what's being done about it.
It's no secret that vaping has been a problem within schools nationwide over the past decade. Here in North Dakota, school resource officers know firsthand the usage of electronic vapor products in their schools.
There's definitely been an increase, and it's just the marketing of it has gotten so big that so many students are doing it for various different reasons.
Officer Tyler Kraus says students are often misinformed about the potential risks of electronic vapes, often seen as a healthy alternative to other tobacco products such as cigarettes.
The biggest problem is like a lot of the students don't know the risk from it, so they're seeing their friends doing it and then just join in and don't actually know what they're doing.
Health experts say the effects from electronic vapes are actually quite severe. Larry Annenson with Fargo Cass Public Health says these effects can negatively impact mood, thinking, and impulse control.
When individuals use tobacco products, it does affect the brain, and the brain isn't fully developed yet till approximately 25 years of age.
In an effort to combat vaping in West Fargo, some within the district have been moving to educate students. At Cheney Middle School, where Kraus works, students that are caught vaping go through an online program.
We've turned it into teaching the kids, whether it's in the classroom or if they're getting caught, they go through a series of modules and have to pass all the modules before they're allowed to re-enter class. As
schools work to limit vaping within their halls, Annenson says there is still work to be done.
We're moving in the right direction, so I'm just hoping with some more tobacco prevention and control activities and working with the youth and more awareness out there of the harmful effects of vaping that trend continues.
Reporting in West Fargo, Zachary Wyand, Valley News Live.
Another prevention method, they say, is smoke detectors getting installed in the bathrooms themselves, which is a feature in the new Moorhead High School. Election season is heating up.
And just yesterday, Governor Burgum announced he's endorsing Lieutenant Governor Tammy Miller in her run for governor of North Dakota. He says he's known her for 2 decades and sees how she leads with purpose.
Miller began her campaign last week and says she wants to continue to build on the success of the Burgum administration. Miller's primary opponent, though, Kelly Armstrong, said in response, quote, "North Dakota Republicans know me and my record in defending our civil liberties. They've seen me fight for limited government and low taxes. The people of North Dakota drive our campaign," end quote. Former President Trump says he's now narrowed down his list of potential vice presidential candidates, saying in a town hall it does include Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former presidential candidates Tim Scott and Vivek Ramaswamy, Florida Representative Byron Donalds, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, and former Democrat turned independent Tulsi Gabbard. The list did not include, though, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. Time now for a look at our weather forecast. I can't get enough of these cotton candy skies on our Thursday morning. We're sending things over to meteorologist Lisa Green. Hi, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, I'm enjoying the color changes. We're going from orange now to some pink and even almost a purple hue to the sky here this morning. A nice view. And there is some fog out there. You can see that little bit of haze on the horizon there. And that is indicative of that fog that we're seeing in some places. Fargo, our visibility is okay. We're at 8 miles at the airport, but you can see it's not perfect. We're at 31 degrees right now, so still very mild, but right around freezing or below in most areas. So there may be some frost on some of the roads that you encounter this morning and on your windshields too. It feels more like 21 degrees and wind is northwesterly at 14. Sunsets, if you missed this yesterday, our sunsets now are after the 6 o'clock hours. So looking at, again, getting to get more and more sunlight each day. We're gaining more than 3 minutes of daylight each day right now. And in Grand Forks, we are seeing some pretty pleasant conditions. We are seeing a few more clouds in that area. 26 degrees right now, wind out of the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. Feels more like 18 degrees in Grand Forks. Now, the fog that we've been talking about, visibility in Grand Forks is fine, but we're looking out to the west. You see Cooperstown can do 3 miles or less visibility reported in the northwest. And then farther south, seeing some lowering visibility now in Valley City at 2.5 miles. But the area that's kind of struggling most is in Lakes Country, basically along Highway 59 from Fergus Falls through the Detroit Lakes and up toward Mahnomen, where visibility is at less than a mile in those locations. And new for Detroit Lakes, we're just now seeing our visibility drop more below that 1 mile range. So it's worsening for you as we speak. Otherwise, it's quiet. We've got a lot of clear skies and that beautiful sunrise out there, and a great day for students out at recess. A little cool at the bus stop this morning, but heading into the afternoon, heading home from school, we'll be seeing temperatures back into the 40s in most areas, so nice and mild. Tomorrow will be a cool down. We'll get down to about 30 degrees for your high temperature, which is still warm for February. I got to remind myself and everyone else of that as we get used to these really warm temperatures, and then back into the 40s and 50s as we head into the weekend, just in time for the weekend. Just be aware Saturday's going to be a little bit more on the breezy side.
Yeah, but for today, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Beautiful out there. Gorgeous sunrise this morning. If you get a chance to step outside and take it, and I suggest you do so. That's, of course, in areas where we don't have the dense fog. Looking a little different in those spots, a little gray. So be careful in those areas as you're driving today.
Great reminder.
Thank you, Lisa. The last few days of Frostival are approaching, and art lovers can enjoy a new addition to this year's festivities as Frostival comes to a close this weekend.
Yeah, Art Walk will be this Saturday from 4 to 8 p.m. over on 4th Street in downtown Moorhead. The event allows businesses in the area like Third Drop Coffee and Rustica to open their doors to local artists and for members of the community to connect with the local art scene.
Jenny Sheets, who helped organize the event, says it's also part of a placemaking effort to showcase the downtown Moorhead area.
We'd love to have everybody come out from across the region to come to the Art Walk just to see that there is a vibrant arts culture here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and an opportunity to meet these artists and see how beautiful downtown Moorhead really is.
The event will also feature fire pits and music on the patio between Third Drop Coffee and Rustica. It's also free to attend.
And it's the perfect weekend to head on out to something just like that, huh?
Absolutely. It's crazy that we're at the end of the Frostival, but there's not much frost.
Yeah, not too much. If you're scraping your windshields this morning, that's pretty normal, but we're heating up today. I can't believe it, you guys. Get on out and enjoy it. Take care if you're heading out the door right now. And thank you so much for waking up and joining us here in the Valley today. My name is Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Alex Larson. We'll see you back here tomorrow.